Welcome back, everyone, into the Nations Cup. On the left-hand side, we have got United Kingdom. On the right is going to be Ukraine. We are going to be getting into Tomb of the Spider Queen for map number 1. The members of the United Kingdom team did win the coin flip, opting for first pick priority. United Kingdom banned away Sky Temple and Dragonshire. The side of Ukraine banned out Braxis Holdout and Cursed Hollow. As a reminder, we are here in Nations Cup, so as heroes are picked, they are banned away in the series. This is a best of 3. We're guaranteed at least 2 maps. If there's, let's say there's a first pick Genji, that means Genji will only be available for this tomb map and no longer available for the rest of the series. But we'll talk about all that later on. Let's go ahead and see what we've got. For the side of United Kingdom, what are they banning away? Mephisto. Okay. Taking their sweet, sweet time on their bans. Alright, Junkrat gotten rid of as well. I'm not really sure exactly what teams will go for. They might have some information on some of these players. Maybe they know, one person's a Zeratul god or something like that. Or we'll just see the members of United Kingdom ban out things they saw that went well. And Mephisto and Vala were huge turning points and huge playmaker points for Ukraine. So I do like these bans. They are coming through from what United Kingdom was able to see from the previous matchups. Are Russian players still in this? Russian players qualified in Group B. The Russian players qualified in Group B. They qualified for second stage. We are in Group D today, and we have got Sweden, Ukraine, Denmark, and United Kingdom all vying for that spot. We've got some good games so far today, but still no series that's gone to a game number 3. That is the storyline of the first stage of the Heroes International Nations Cup for the EU games, is that it is no game number 3s. It's just been straight 2-0s. Hopefully, we'll get one that upsets. We'll have to see what happens here. Joanna Sylvanas to the side of Ukraine. A Garrosh and what? Blaze with a Tassadar as well for United Kingdom. Alright. I don't think we'll see auto-attack Tassadar. I personally love Kyderian Amulet. I think it's just dumb and fun. It's probably going to be the Shock Ray at level 1, or actually, it's probably going to be Psionic Storm at level 1 to be able to get better wave clear, and it probably will be like Psionic Storm mostly for the Tassadar player here. Last bans coming through on the top of the screen. Ooh, they need a healer, so we could see a healer ban priority. Gonna be that Anduin. No yoink ability from him. Things like Rhaegar are up and available. He's got a baseline cleanse. Malfurion has a cleanse in his kit. We could see Uther as well for some extra CC for the side of United Kingdom. Lucio is also up and available. High 5 potential is high, so we might actually see a Lucio ban here, or a different healer. Maybe even Rhaegar's banned away. But for Tomb of the Spider Queen, I'd like to see the Lucio ban for the side of United Kingdom. They're actually going to get rid of the Leorc. They don't want to deal with that in the solo lane. So, what will the members of Ukraine go into? They've got a lot of great options for healers. I would hope that they grab one here, since they do have the priority after the Leorc banned away. And as I said, there is going to be that Lucio or the Rhaegar. Okay, so they're going to grab Rhaegar, baseline cleanse in his kit. Hogger grabbed as well for the solo lane. Good bounces, good wave clear. Strong heroics as well. Last 2 picks from United Kingdom. They're gonna need that healer. They're gonna need some extra damage. I don't think they're gonna try and hyper carry with the Tassadar. Germany, Russia, France. For first place. Well, they qualified first in their groups. There is so it's in first stage. It's 16 teams in total, 4 teams per group, 4 groups. And of those 16 teams, 8 teams will be making it into the second stage. I believe the score that you have in your group, if you're in first or second, is also like some seeding for the second stage. But either way, Chromie will round out the draft for the side of Ukraine. Hanzo, Stukov on the left-hand side. Good draft from both sides through and through. Really just kind of strong. I like what both of these bring to the table. The question that we're going to be answering is who's going to play it better. Alrighty, there we go. We got our gamble ready to go here as we get into map number 1 in our 4th best of 3 of the day. It is, by the way, to answer your question in chat, Germany, Russian players, France, Netherlands, Poland, Spain. So when we finish Group D today, we will have the full 8 teams who will be moving on into the Saturday and Sunday Phase 2 or Stage 2, and those will be Saturdays and Sundays in May, except for the first Saturday, except for the 6th of May. 7th of May is when the second stage starts, and it will only be on the Saturdays and Sundays. But let's talk about the members of the United Kingdom team. Mustard on the Hanzo, Barney on the Blaze. We got Lucas on the Stukov, Zig on the Garrosh, and AFK and Core. We've got Lexa. I can't say it. The KS is throwing me off. We'll go with Lek on the Tassadar. On the right hand side, we're looking at Ukraine. Den on the Joanna. We got Ara on the Hogger. No Game No Life to play the Chromie. Is Corp on that Sylvanas, and Blu-ray to play the Rhaegar. We've got our prediction. We've got our level 1s. Go ahead and vote on who you think will win this first map in this 4th best of 3 of the day. Not completed W quest yet. Report Hanzo. We got some real big jokers out here. Blaze, by the way, going into Neural Stim Pack at level 1. A little bit of a difference right there. We usually see the Adrenaline Stim Pack, so slight change. Hanzo already at 4 stacks, doing pretty good on that one. Chromie Deep Breathing picking up 3 already as well. Sylvanas with the Overwhelming Affliction. I appreciate those gambles, everybody. Thanks for taking part in the prediction. Tassadar and the Garrosh will clear out the top lane as Chromie sets up a time trap in the bush. And she'll try and poke out onto the Garrosh in the rotation, but not catch anything. As this Tassadar poked out. Is it 10 per or 5 per? It's 5. 5 per stack. Another shock ray to tickle the butt of the Joanna. Mustard taking a ton of damage on this Hanzo, but no kill into that Shamada. Alright, Hogger finishing out this camp. We'll probably have to hearth out for full HP. Oh, actually, no. He's just going to grab Globe and go back to bottom lane. Alrighty. Good camp rotation timing from the Hogger as well. Sylvanas was catching Soak in bottom lane during all of that. I wouldn't be surprised if someone actually breaks off for the bottom lane Siege Giant camp at some point, but we'll have to wait for that one. As a bit of a scuffle in this mid lane area. Shock Rays continuing to poke out onto the enemy from the Tassadar as Hanzo also getting more stacks on his level 1 into that sidewall onto Iscorp. Black arrows from Sylvanas to allow the siege to to amplify the siege through this mid lane. Actually just focusing on one tower here, just not going to try and split it between the 2 towers, just burning down one tower as quickly as possible with the available minion wave and Bruiser camp. And Zig is just running around trying to get these, a toss onto someone. Captain Barney with the jet propulsion back into the mid lane, getting a healing pathogen from the Stukov, will break off and actually just go back down to bottom lane. I thought he was going to start working on that Bruiser camp, but it's Hanzo and Stukov to grab this camp over here, making quick work of that with the scatter arrows of Hanzo, as well as he's got that explosive arrow. Blaze does scout out the bottom and sees that there are the enemies on this camp, but 2v1, especially against the Sylvanas, I don't think the Blaze wants to mess around with that, so he'll go back, he'll soak up the bottom lane. Chromie soaking up the top. Speaking of Chromie stacking, she's at 12 out of the 20 stacks on Deep Breathing, making quick work of that level 1. Staggering blow from the Hogger as well, just to push back the enemy, allowing these Siege Giants to continue to rock their way through bottom lane. Get it? Rock their way because they're the Siege Giants and they throw giant rocks. Says that's first blood over to the side of Ukraine. The United Kingdom team will lose their Blaze and their Fort Front Gate in bottom lane. Turn-in availability exists to the side of Ukraine. United Kingdom, 2 gems away. They should be easily able to grab those. And yes, they have the turn-in available as well, but who will get the first one? Let's go ahead and find out here. Ziggs catches, or scouts. Time stop from Chromie. She'll be able to poke onto him, but there is the red web weaver summoned by the side of Ukraine. Good momentum from Ukraine here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Very good momentum start. Zig running straight at the Sylvanas. She's going to get some healing from Rhaegar, getting the Haunting Wave back. Now Lucas taking a ton of damage in front of this gate. Shield Glare over the wall. The gems will be picked up, but God, that Shield Glare feels bad to die to from a Joanna, as the red web weavers are here. Chromie, Temporal Loop onto the Garrosh. He didn't go Indomitable, did he? No, he did, sorry. I completely was looking in the wrong area. So Indomitable forced out by Garrosh. It's a, what, a 40-second cooldown? The Garrosh Hanzo working on the mid lane. Hogger pushing up bottom, but Blaze is making easy work of the web weaver there. That top lane will go down. And 10 Talent here getting closer and closer to the side of Ukraine. As we cycle through the other numbers, we'll take a look and see what those look like, while the Joanna and Hogger have to back out of bottom. A little bit slowed down by the Blaze oil slicks. A toss onto a minion to try and get a hit onto the Joannas. That horse is being microed so very weirdly. So they step in through bottom lane. Mid lane actually has a very small amount of HP left. Indomitable from the Garrosh is going to be popped. He's down to a third of his HP with 44 gems. You don't want to be dropping that much. Though, as I mentioned, or as we can see, there's a lot of allies around. Scatter's poking out from this Hanzo as well. Don't actually know. He's got 17 out of the 20 stacks. Hogger wants the mid lane, but oh wow, what a beautiful bounce! God dang, that was a perfect bounce from Hogger right there. Joanna's got a Shield Glare to delay out the objective turn-in. Second Shield Glare. No, it's actually a Condemn. Iron Skin will be utilized. Hanzo finishes out of stacks. Okay. Another Shield Glare over the wall. Garrosh delayed out again by the Chromie as well. That's a lot of damage into the Joanna, and she will fall. A little too much poke, but can they get a kill into the Stukov? No. Garrosh gets 46 of the 50 gems turned in. Oh, this is good for the side of United Kingdom. Blaze looking for that last little bit of a turn-in, but I don't think he can get that in time. Gonna be clearing out the bottom wave and getting the experience as well as those gems. Mid lane camp will confirm the actually, I think it was the Sylvanas immediately. 12, 28, that's 30, 40 gems out of 55, and Blaze in bottom lane. Is he getting... Will he get picked off? Sylvanas pops the black arrows. There's a jet propulsion eaten by the Hogger, haunting away from Sylvanas. Captain Barney so very low here, and that's a lot of sand from Chromie. Hanzo rips a beautiful arrow, and it's a double kill for the side of United Kingdom. Staggering blow from Hogger. He's trying his best to back out of this one. That's a slow from the Stukov. He's got that long pitch, level 7, and say goodnight. Hogger decimated by the Garrosh. Triple kill to United Kingdom. That is huge for them in experience, momentum, and maybe even a power shift, though. Mustard being delayed out here by the Chromie, by the Joanna. And I think that's as many delays as they get. Wow, that was a beautiful arrow from Mustard. Huge AoE. Stun onto 3. The Groundbreaker follow-up. Alrighty. Blue Web Weavers, what kind of value can the members of United Kingdom get with this? Bottom lane Ford actually taking a lot of damage from just the minion wave that did arrive. Blaze... I think he's actually going to go into bottom lane, but he's slowed down by the Hogger ever so slightly. Chromie dropping some sand. The Garrosh pops Indomitable, looking for a target to throw. It's going to be the Sylvanas, and I think she will go down. Black Hole from the Tassadar thrown through as well. Temporal Loop onto this Garrosh, and Chromie finds the kill. Staggering blow into Hanzo. What was looking like a scary moment for the side of Ukraine is actually fine here, as the massive shove keeps the Stukov in place. They want the kill onto Tassadar. They will get it with Chromie's damage. Captain Barney just below, seeing the chaos that is the quadra kill to Ukraine. A whole lot of gems dropped on the ground. Blaze hanging on to 28, and these web weavers will be cleared out, getting some damage onto the fort front gates. But that'll be all she wrote for the objective phase. And when we take a look at the gems available to the side of Ukraine, they've got 35, so that's 40. But we're going to do some quick math here. 50, just about 50 gems in the pockets of Ukraine. They need a wave or two here. Will they go plus boss plus web weavers? Will they go for it? They've got the 13 talent tier advantage. They've got the available gems from this top lane wave, if I'm not mistaken. There it is. And yes, they will go boss. Now, to Stukov and friends, they don't have 13.
Talent time.
Someone's using Kevin. I guess the Stukov player is. Level 13, checking around for the turn-in area, and they say, okay, they're not there. They must be on boss. Hanzo is showing in lane. There's the boss to be grabbed by the side of Ukraine. Mid lane has a pretty decent camp here. Chromie sets up a time trap. And they're not going to go for the turn-in, plus the web weaver, it doesn't look like. Seems like they're just going to try and shove in with boss. Shockray from the Tassadar not picking up a stack. Drops the force barrier. Wailing arrow from Sylvanas goes a little long. And the blessed shield only keeps Tassadar in place for but a moment. Blaze clears out the bottom lane while the mid lane camp does push in. Rhaegar bites back onto a minion. That's Mustard going down. Hanzo the first one to go down in this engagement. Toss out from Garrosh. Ancestor healing thrown into the Johanna. She was expected to be stepping further into the Garrosh, I think. But oh my god, do they just shred through health bars here with Sylvanas. Black Arrow onto the mid lane keep to allow the dive to continue, but no, they want to go take down this top lane keep and maybe go core. 20 seconds on Stukov, 7 on the Hanzo. Garrosh stepping out for a big groundbreaker. Blaze not going to be stunned by the boss. Captain Barney so very low, has to get the bunker out. Zig able to get back into the Hall of Storms, almost body blocked by their own teammate. Jet Propulsion from Blaze does the same. And it looks like Ukraine cannot end off this, so they will retreat and look for a turn-in, I would assume. Oh my god, Mustard almost getting sniped by the Chromie over the wall. Oh, they're pretending like they've left.
I thank you.
Chromie, she's waiting for a wave to feign that she's alone, I think. Maybe? Okay, sorry, we're just jumping between visions. I wanted to see what the setup could potentially look like in that moment. So the the top lane wave is shoved in, and the web weavers will be summoned to the side of Ukraine. Is it game ending? We're gonna find out. Actually, Chroma needs to get the turn in here in bottom. That's but it's not that big of a deal because this allows the opportunity for Sylvanas and Hogger to finish out a camp from mid. Alrighty. So web weavers in all 3 lanes. Bottom lane fort will go down. No 16 talent tier to the members of United Kingdom. Gonna also have virulent reaction for the Stukov at level 16 there, level 13 there. Sylvanas getting a little bit of damage onto the keep front gate in the mid lane. Web weaver in top lane is going to be fairly far down the lane, actually right around where the fort used to be on the side of United Kingdom. Mid lane still also has the bruiser camp, so that's 20 spell armor to allies within that circle of the mage. Mage getting a little bit low here, poked at here and there. Indomitable from Garrosh will be utilized. He's slowed. He's blessed shieldy temporal loop, but he gets inside of the bunker, and that was enough to mitigate all that pressure applied to him. Black arrows from Sylvanas will be activated for the lockdown onto this keep. Bottom lane fort does go down, as I mentioned earlier, and the mid lane keep shall fall. Webweaver in the top lane, still about 50%, looking to end game with a Webweaver through mid. Still very low. Captain Barney, and oh my god, Tassadar is the only one to go down. Zig will fall here, decimating as much as he possibly can. Massive shove onto the Hogger. Johanna with a condemn, a slow. That's going to be a kill onto the Blaze as well. And now the core shielding has fallen. The little web weavers here on core with catapults as well from top lane. And Ukraine wants the bloodbath into United Kingdom, and they'll get it. GG, well played. 5-12 in kills, favoring the side of Ukraine. Map number 1. Alright, there's your talents. I thought the player was like, I need a minute, and they were like, all right, we're going to start it. Welcome back into the Nations Cup. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of United Kingdom. On the right is going to be Ukraine. We're heading into Battlefield for map number 2. This will be the map choice of United Kingdom, as Ukraine does have first pick priority. So United Kingdom, as the losing team, opted for Battlefield of Eternity. They've got some secret sauce they want to play here. As a reminder, Garrosh, Blaze, Tassadar, Stukov, Hanzo, Sylvanas, Joanna, Rhaegar, Hager, and Chromie were all played on the first map, so they are unavailable for this map number 2, Battlefield of Eternity. Let's see what we're going to be getting here, as Ukraine had a pretty dominant showing with a Vala. That might be target banned against them. Maybe even a Mephisto ban as well. I'm not sure if we'll see the double target ban onto the Ukrainian players with that one. But we're going to kick things off with, what, a Brightwing ban? Lucio. All right, Lucio to be banned away. First pick priority is on the Ukrainian side, so if they're looking for the potential Brightwing, they're going to force the enemy to be the one to ban it away. As this is where I'm wondering, do we get those targeted bans, or will we see something different here? The Vala and the Mephisto were really big factors in the victory earlier on for Ukraine. We'll keep it kind of ambiguous in case people are watching these out of order. And that it is going to be the Vala ban right there. Not too surprised by that one. Is this, is Genji, was Genji? No, Genji was not played, so this could be a Genji ban. He does work on this map pretty well. We could see a doubles reset composition. Li Ming, Genji do synergize pretty well together in that factor. What are they getting rid of? Nubrak, okay. No Cocoon from a Nubrak, no Burrow CC combo from him either. Have the Ukrainian players struck fear into the heart of the team from the United Kingdom with the Vala and Mephisto? That is what we're gonna find out in about 10 seconds for this next ban from United Kingdom. God, I'm just exhausted. Sorry, chat. I got up way too early today. Oh, there is. Okay, so there's the Genji ban. What are we gonna? Are we gonna get a snap onto Brightwing here? Snap pick onto Brightwing. All healers, actually, Rhaegar, Stukov, Lucy are unavailable. Everything else, it's up. It's up if they want to grab it. Joanna still up in a bit. No, she's played in map number 1. Really? First pick, Li Ming. I'm kind of surprised by that. A little surprised by a first pick, Li Ming, but it is what they go for. Greymane grabbed on the other side. Diablo's up and available if they want to go for a Diablo. It's not his... It's an okay-ish map for Diablo. Maybe they lean into a Muradin instead. Muradin is very, very good for a map like this, and there it is. You just some sort of dive buddy with the Greymane is what I was considering in that thought process. And yes, it is going to be a Muradin. You had some coffee. It only did so much. Yeah, I drank 2 cups of tea. I'm not. If I drink a third, I'm going to make myself sick. So I'm just like, I'm drinking water and just trying to get the body to wake up, but. Diablo Anduin, okay. Diablo Anduin. Can't be too upset about that with a Li Ming. Ban phase, what do you get rid of? I guess you could prioritize the solo lane bans. You had a chicken al pastor taco. Oh my god. I'm gonna go get Tex-Mex tomorrow, but man, taco sounds so good today. Oh. I have zero desire to cook anything for myself after stream. I'm probably going to go get takeout again today. I shouldn't go get takeout again, but I'm going to go get takeout again today for lunch after stream. I need it. I want it. I deserve it. What would really hit the spot is some Coney dogs, but we don't have good Coney dogs in California. All right, Brightwing to be banned away. No face shift to the Greymane Muradin combo. You know what? It might be some secret sauce, but I really would like to see an Artanis on either of these sides. And you might be like, Bahamut, but there's better heroes. Absolutely there are, but why not pick Artanis on his best map? Why not pick Artanis? It's what people want. I do like the Thrall here. Leoric will be grabbed. I'm a little weary of the Leoric because I think they're going to be trying to set up some Entomb blow up. and usually that's counteracted by Anduin. Wave of Force from Li Ming's got some displacement. Diablo actually could reverse Uno if he goes into Lightning Breath. He gets inside the Entomb, pops Lightning Breath, and just sits there and cooks back the enemy. So this Leoric might not work out too well. We'll have to see, though. The Drain Hope onto Diablo will be good. What are they going to play? Hey, where's Crush? Somebody notify Crush that the people have got their Artanis. Ukrainian players know exactly what the people want. Last pick from the side of United Kingdom. They're gonna need a healer. They could go aggressive and go Karazim, though into the Artanis with the blinds, that might be a little difficult. Damage over time from Lunar will be annoying to deal with as well. Alright, there's the Karazim. It is aggressive, but Suppression Pulse at level 10 might be an issue for the side of United Kingdom. We'll see what they do. Let me go ahead and swap us into the game. Let's also go ahead and grab a prediction. Which team wins Battlefield of Eternity? We've got United Kingdom on the left and Ukraine on the right. There you go, everybody. You know the dealio.
Hey, listen.
Get your predictions in. You know who's on what. You can see where we're going as we load on in. Prediction time. Thank you, Ashmantle, for the gambles today. Much appreciated. Alrighty. Could be the final map for... Is this Ukraine's potential final map? No. Ukraine plays against Sweden next, and then United Kingdom plays against Denmark later on. Okay, so both these teams still have one more best of 3 in their play day here, but as we got on the bottom of your screen, the level 1s on the left-hand side, we have got United Kingdom. We're going to do a simple introduction here because my brain is starting to kind of melt on me. We got a Thrall, Karazim, Muradin, Greymane, and Leoric for the side of United Kingdom. To the side of Ukraine, we're looking at a Li Ming, Artanis, Diablo, Anduin, and Lunara.
The battle begins in 10
Wow, that is not a whole lot of belief in the United Kingdom, but to be honest, after we saw that first game, Ukraine was looking pretty dominant. Artanis, what are you going to take at level 1, bud? What are you going to take? Good luck, good luck. Reactive parry! Reactive parry? Really? Huh. Not what you'd expect from the Artanis on this map. Try to steal my points, chat. Hey, there you go. You got a nice little gamble going on. Wow. All right. I'm a little surprised by that pickup at level 1. So we do have Iscorp and Ara in top lane up against Barney on that Leoric, and he'll try and zone back the Leoric. Oh, that's a good face swap. Blade dash face swap. Mustard rotates up with Zig. Reactive parry, though, does have that block stack. So damaging an enemy hero with Twin Blades or Blade dash grants Artanis 50 physical armor against the next enemy hero basic attack, reducing the damage by 50%. Now, it doesn't give a duration, so I'm assuming it's much like Muradin's level 1 dwarf block, where you have those stacks until you get hit by a basic, and I do believe, yeah, there's no expiration on that 50 physical armor, so reactive parry, still a really good talent, but just surprising to see it on a map like this, which is considered Artanis' best map to go into amateur opponent. Has to be a misclick. It has to be a misclick. He controlled 2 instead of controlled 1. I don't actually remember which place they're in. Muradin, oh my god!
A singular strike.
Jesus Christ, Diablo. Shadow charge and everything into the sidewall. Chastise from Anduin goes wide of Mustard, but I do think this Mustard is ground on up, and that is a double kill over to the side of Ukraine early on Battlefield of Eternity here. Top lane does have a camp pushing in, and Leoric is, I don't know if struggling is the right word, but is not able to really clear things out quick enough for Li Ming and Artanis, or against them. So the poke from Li Ming, the wave pushing in, as well as the camp, getting some initial damage on this fort front gate. Diablo, what is he going at level 4? Is he going Soul to Flame? Looks like he's going into the what would be like standard. You know, spell shield at level 1, then we'll see W at level 4 and 7. Blade dashes from the Artanis as Li Ming throws in more big balls into this fort front gate. Anduin rotating up to the top lane as well. And Diablo is going to go Soul to Flame level 4. Okay. Psionic Synergy for the Artanis, hitting an enemy hero with Face Prism grants 30 armor. As physical and spell, as Artanis will get leapt out of this engagement. Karazim dashing to his block totem to get away from the arcane orbs from Li Ming. Diablo steps out of the bush. Lunara's got a Wisp over here. She's got Sentinel Wisp, so that gives a ton of vision for the allies. You'll actually see this vision for, look at that vision radius just increasing so very far. Tons available for the side of Ukraine as the bottom lane Fallen Shaman unfortunately is targeted by the tower, and Artanis didn't actually really need to rotate down here. The wave will be cleared out by the fort front gate. Muradin is going to dwarf toss in, but they're looking for the race onto this Immortal here. Leo with the Spectral Leech onto this, or a Drain Hope, excuse me, onto the Diablo. Zones him back just ever so slightly. Blade dash. We are going to have a nice overpower onto the Thrall. He will go down to Artanis, losing any stacks that he had on that level 4 Frostwolf pack. Lunara moves to the right-hand side. She's got the Nature's Calling level 4 for some extra damage onto the Immortals. Basically extra damage onto anything that isn't a hero. Leo and crew are trying to get some damage onto this Immortal. Karazim swapped around. Mustard dives in onto No Game, No Life. He pulls the Lunara into the fight, actually. Dots on Mustard, as that is revenge for Anduin. I feel like we don't see that very often when Anduin's pull a ranged assassin into place like, hey, come save me, come get this damage. Blu-ray doing a fantastic job on the Lunara. If I'm not mistaken, by the way, the Lunara player, I believe, has been mostly healing. So this was a role swap. No Game, No Life has usually been the ranged assassin, and it's now going to be Blu-ray on the Lunara. So this is either just a, comfort swaps. The Blu-ray is better on Lunara than No Game, No Life, or the members of Ukraine are feeling themselves and they're like, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's do a little bit of role swapping here. We'll have to see. Maybe someone in chat knows that answer, but I do want to point out the Immortal will be going into the top lane, favoring the side of the United Kingdom. They do win out the Immortal race. Decent damage from the Immortal right now, 1,140 damage into structures. Bottom lane, split pressure from United Kingdom into this fort front gate. Pickles is such a cutie, you wish you could adopt her. It is a cute cat. It is a very cute cat. Lunara, Anduin actually, Li Ming and Anduin trying to get the kill onto Leoric in top lane as the fort will take down the Immortal, and that fort will be safe for now. They are going to have Diablo Shadow charging in, and that is a dead Leoric. Reset for Li Ming. The top lane fort actually goes down. The minion wave was able to take that down. I thought the Immortal would be cleared out in the minion wave as well, but enough damage comes through. First structure to go down, favoring the side of United Kingdom as Thrall will land that Frost Wolf, the Feral Spirit, onto Diablo, slowing him down. It looks like the Artanis will Hearth out, reset, and get himself into top lane for soak. 10 talent here, almost here for the side of Ukraine, so we'll cycle through those other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, while the bottom lane is being shoved by Li Ming, Lunara, and Anduin. Keep in mind, Diablo on the bottom of our screen in that bush, waiting for an angle if possible. Karazim, he's the new target. That's a blind from the Artanis. Light Bomb onto Muradin as well. Wave of Force from Li Ming displaces. That's a great Lightning Breath onto 2 Leaping Strikes from Lunara. Li Ming wants the kill into Karazim, and he dashes away with 35 HP! Oh my god. Well, you saw the Leaping Strikes, the Light Bomb, the Lightning Breath, the Suppression Pulse, and the Wave of Force. Those are your heroics for the side of Ukraine as the next Immortal phase is up and available. Half a level to go for 10 talent here on the side of the United Kingdom players, and I am a little worried for them as this momentum is massive to the side of Ukraine. Such a massive momentum. Such big momentum, such huge movements from Ukraine. All right, who wins this 1v1? You got reactive parry on it. Yeah, I was going to say. I don't think Leoric wins that 1v1. He's going to poke here and there. Meanwhile, speaking of poke, they will be able to poke their way into 10 talent here on the side. Oh my god, Sig taking a ton of damage. Pops the Avatar immediately. Light Bomb from the Anduin will be keeping this Murd in place. The Sundering from Thrall, the Leap of Faith from Anduin. Greybane goes in. He doesn't have go for the throat. He's just got Cursed Bullet. The Razor Swipes are enough. Leoric does have the Entomb. That is going to be Greybane with the double kill. Greybane falls to the Anduin, as well as Thrall going down. It is a 2 for 5.
Team kill.
Diablo did go down, but he did have souls consumed. And the Immortals are here, so they say, all right, let's go ahead and start racing down the Immortals. Artanis to push up the top lane. Anduin and Lunara make their way over to the right. All right. Whew. 7-sided strike, by the way, for the Kharazim. I don't know if we actually saw that. Might have missed it in the engagement. Little swaps here and there from the Artanis, but the first phase of the Immortal will go over to the side of Ukraine. Thrall in the bottom lane, soaking up as best as he can. It's 13-3 in kills, and Ukraine might be looking for more here as they are going to be able to invade the camp. 7-sided strike from the Kharazim, lightning breath from the Diablo, almost getting the kill onto the Muradin. Zoning back the enemy as Iscorp tries to get the wave of force kill. Not enough damage. The camp is stolen away by the side of Ukraine. United Kingdom turtled up as Mustard takes a big Arcane Orb. There's a swap on the Muradin. Artanis should die for this. No, he's not. Sundering from the Thrall. We got a Leoric dropping an Entomb. Stuns from the Immortal. Oh, it's not going to be enough. The blade dash. I can't believe it. Muradin. He's got damage over time, but his trait does kick in. Greymane's the first one to go down. That's a reset for Li Ming. Another reset for Li Ming. It's a triple kill. And no deaths to the side of Ukraine. I can't believe it. Somehow, some way. I mean, it's the healing from No Game, No Life as the Immortal phase will end here. Artanis gonna get pushed out by the spin from the Immortal. Let's take a look at our talents and such. If you did miss the 13s, they're up and available for the side of Ukraine. God dang. God dang Ukraine. Beautifully played here as they move in through top lane up against the level 12 members of United Kingdom. They've got about a quarter level to go on that blue side to get to 13, and Diablo sharking around for a flank will go in for the shadow charge into the fort here, tanking some tower shots. Lunara leaping strikes onto Mustard. Greymane going down. The Immortal still very healthy here, still has a little bit of shielding available, about 2k shielding, 18,750 HP, and a little under 1,400 damage into structures. Diablo flips the Kharazim right into an Arcane Orb. 7-sided strike, pokes at the Diablo. He sidesteps the Entomb, gets a Leap of Faith from the Anduin. No level 16 for the side of Ukraine. No Glyph of Faith from Anduin, but still the Immortal will take down this keep in the top lane. Muradin, Dwarf tosses in, gets the Stormbolt onto Li Ming. Swap from the Artanis was attempted. I do think it landed on someone, but there's just so much here. Lightning Breath from Diablo, cooking up a Thrall. Thrall goes down to the Li Ming, actually. I thought Lunara had the last auto attack. Chastised from Anduin, connecting on to Leoric as well. Kharazim trying to auto attack his way through the enemy health bars, gets a dash out, gets damage over time applied, and Lunara finds the kill. That's a reset for Li Ming, another reset. Lunara cleaning up the fight. Li Ming does go down. Mustard, the lone defender, blinded by the Artanis. That's a
team kill.
And the members of Ukraine will take this fourth best of 3 of the day in a 2-0. The streak of 2-0s continue. Thrall will go down here. That's going to be another
team kill.
GG, well played. Ukraine takes down United Kingdom. Another dash for my tally marker, I see. Indeed. Indeed it is.